Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show, and we just started a new quarter in April, quarter 2, and I'm going to do a what's in my wallet video where I show you which credit cards I am carrying this quarter to maximize cashback and credit card rewards points, which can be used for amazing luxury travel experiences. And if you're new to our channel, that is what we are all about, maximizing your spending on credit cards so that you can live the high life at no extra cost to yourself. Feel free to check out some of our other videos, such as our mini documentaries, our Climb the Credit Card Ladder videos, hotel reviews, or our For Beginners playlist to get started. And this video is brought to you by Masterworks, but more on that later. So let's check out our first card. The World of Hyatt Visa card from Chase. Now, this is a credit card, obviously co-branded with the Hyatt hotel chain. This one's actually my wife's because, she applied for this card, but I do a lot of the spending, so I'm carrying it right now. Hyatt points are some of the most valuable hotel points out there. The points guy values them at 1.7 cents per point, and you can use them to book amazing luxury vacations like the Hyatt Ziva all-inclusive resorts in Mexico. I've used them to book luxury hotels in Asia, and a lot more. So understandably, they are a good points currency to earn, but there is a specific reason I have this card in my wallet right now versus any other time. And that is because we were targeted for a bonus spending offer. 5 points per dollar on gas, grocery, and restaurants on $1,500 worth of spending through June 30th. Now, this is an offer you may be able to get too if you have a Chase co-branded card, i.e. one that is co-branded with an airline or hotel chain. Go to this URL, chase.com/mybonus. Enter your last name, last 4 digits of your card number and zip code, and you may have a similar offer. So I'll be using this card for mostly gas and groceries, maybe for dining, but probably not, up to that $1,500 limit where I will switch for another card. And to be honest, I will probably only just hit $1,500 by June 30th. All right, let's move on to our second card. The Chase Ink Unlimited. Now, I only just got this card a few weeks ago, and I have already completed the $6,000 in spending in order to get the 90,000 points bonus. And just FYI, the bonus on this card has now gone down to 75,000 points / $750 cashback. It's still a respectable bonus though. But this card also has a 0% APR offer for the first 12 months. Now, some of you know that I'm currently building an Airbnb cabin that will be finished in about a month, maybe maximum 2 months. So I'm starting to buy furniture for the house now, and my plan is to buy about $10,000 worth of furniture on this card at 0% APR and then pay it off over 12 months using the profits that my short-term rental brings in. And I'll be buying the furniture before the house is even finished because my plan is to just store it all in this garage, and then when the time comes, I'll just rent a U-Haul and take it all up to the property in one fell swoop. Now, obviously, some of that is done online, so the major furniture pieces like the beds, the couch, etc., I'll probably buy those on online websites, have them shipped to my house, so technically I don't need the card in the wallet for that. But I am planning to visit a few physical furniture stores like World Market, for example, which is recommended by Airbnb YouTuber Rob Built. So I will be keeping the card in my wallet for that. Now, in case you're wondering, this is a business credit card, so it doesn't show up on my personal credit report, and that means I can max it out all the way up to its limit of $11,500, and it will not affect my credit score whatsoever. Saying that though, I am doing this for a business that will legitimately bring in revenue that I can then use to pay off the card. If you want to max out a credit card just for personal desires like to buy a big flat screen TV, I do not recommend that at all. And speaking of only spending what you can afford, 2023 is shaping up to be the year of lost wealth. And every day it feels like the economic reality is going from bad to worse. Take this stunning survey, for example. It reveals that more than half of Americans who make 6 figures are now living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, that is pretty mind-blowing. College-educated people with high-paying jobs are now struggling to make basic payments like rent and car payments. Combine that with tens of thousands of people laid off in the last few months, while those at the top are still getting bonuses. And those at the top are, of course, still taking advantage of opportunities that only they have access to in order to build their wealth. They're pouring hundreds of millions of dollars into assets that aren't correlated to the stock market. Because even if the stock market flatlines this year as they expect, those low correlation assets can continue to climb higher and higher. But how can we easily invest in low correlation assets? Well, I actually did a load of digging into this, and according to this recent report by Citibank, the asset with the lowest correlation to the stock market of any major asset class is art. That's right, contemporary art appreciation has even outpaced the S&P 500 total return over the last 26 years by 131%. Now, this market used to be hard to get into, but Masterworks is a platform where you can invest in multi-million-dollar paintings without breaking the bank. Masterworks has built an impressive track record of 13 exits, each of them profitable. These numbers speak for themselves. Now, with these kind of results, Masterworks has seen over 650,000 investors try to gain access. So there is a wait list, but I have reached out to them to give all of you VIP access to their latest offerings. So skip the wait list and start investing like the top 1% do using the link in the description below. All right, let's check out our next card. The Chase Freedom ×2. Alright, so the Chase Freedom, and this is a bit of a chase heavy video, but don't worry, there will be some other cards coming later on. So the Chase Freedom has rotating quarterly categories where you can earn 5 Chase points per dollar on up to $1,500 worth of spending for the quarter. And for quarter 2, so April, May, and June of 2023, those categories are Amazon.com and also Lowe's. Now, Amazon, obviously, you don't need to carry the card with you for that. You just enter it as a payment method in your Amazon account and you are done. But for Lowe's, I do have a use for it, and that is because I'm going to be buying the carpets for the bedrooms of my rental property that I just talked about a minute ago from Lowe's. And for that, I will need to go to the physical store. Now, I do have 2 Freedom cards, and hopefully they will allow me to split the charges across those 2 cards so that I can max out $3,000 in spending, $1,500 on each card, and thus earn 15,000 Chase points in that 5x category. So anyway, that's my strategy for those 2 cards for this quarter. But more importantly, what color do you think I should pick for the carpet? Leave your comments below. All right, let's move on to the next card. The Amex Gold. Now, this is my Amex Gold, and yes, I did have the chip taken out and put into a custom designed Dragon credit card by Lion Credit Card. I'll put a link to that video if you want to learn more about it on the end of this video. And this is my dining and grocery credit card because it earns 4 points per dollar on those categories. And it really is a sort of workhorse card of my wallet. It's probably the card I use most under normal circumstances. But since I'm getting the 5x from the Hyatt credit card on gas and grocery, I probably will use this card less for those and really only for dining, since, you know, I do get the 5x on the Hyatt card for dining as well, but this card is just so cool when you hand it over to the waiter or you slap it down on the table in front of all your friends. Yeah, it just makes you feel like a boss, so it's worth it. Anyway, moving on to our final card. The Amex Centurion. No, just kidding, just kidding. While it may be cool to have the Amex Centurion black card that all the celebrities have, I haven't been invited yet. Maybe Kanye can put in a good word for me. Is that a black card? All right, this really is our final card in my wallet, and it's one step down from the Centurion. The Amex Platinum. Now, carrying this card isn't super necessary because it just earns 1 point per dollar on most things. So there are normally other cards that would earn more points on pretty much any purchase. But it does have the best extended warranty, insurances, etc. So if it's a choice between this card and another card that earns just 1 point per dollar, I will generally choose the Platinum. And that especially goes for things like electronics, okay? Things that might break. Since you can get the warranty extended by a year, you can also get return protection, purchase protection, and in my experience, Amex's service with all these is normally really good. On top of that, this card gets you into the Amex Centurion Lounge and also the Plaza Premium Lounge just by flashing it at the door. And I can use it for onboard purchases on American Airlines and also for Admirals Club, day day passes, seeing as it has a $200 airline credit, and American Airlines is the airline that I have picked. And in order to avoid disappointment, I do like to keep it with me. We've literally put it into our checked baggage before and then not been able to use it to get into the Plaza Premium Lounge and had to pay. So yeah, I just like to keep it with me all the time, and it is a little bit of a flex card too, since most people know it as the highest level Amex card after Centurion. Now, I'll put the links to some of the cards we've talked about in this video in the description below, and a big thank you to Masterworks, the sponsor of today's video. I'll put their link right at the top of the description. You can click through and start investing in multi-million-dollar artworks like the 1% do. If you want to know more about those Hyatt resorts that you can book with Hyatt points, I'll put a video about that on screen now, and also a video on the Diamond credit card that I got made. If you're interested in that, you can check that out too. A big thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're new. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.